anybody tell me if this is the true meaning behind the gift that keeps on giving? Now, just to warn you guys, this video here is pretty sensitive and it's probably going to hurt a lot of people's feelings, but I hope it scares you. Actually, I hope it scares you half to death.
If they have robots that are this good, and I know, probably as much as you know, that they have technology way, way better than they let us see, well then, what's better than this? I'll get to that in a second, but first what you need to know is they practice their technology on us and see if we're smart enough to know that that's a hologram. So when they use their holograms in different ways, they know if we're going to be able to tell the difference or not. And now back to our what could possibly be better robotic technology than that, because that looks pretty good. And let me first start off by saying what it's not. It's not this. A lot of people thought this was real, but that is just a woman playing the part and doing a really good job. But that's what they also like to do, muddy the waters, so we don't know the difference. Now here's where the speculation comes in. I've done some videos on these guys, but this isn't that type of video where I say one is playing the other. Oh no, this is the video where I say, I think Keanu is literally a robot in this premiere of Sonic the Hedgehog. Why don't we first listen to what Jim has to say about playing this role?
Now, a lot of people said, I don't know if you should do the Sonic the Hedgehog movie, Jim. And I thought, you know what? It's the perfect character on the dawn of the AI and robotic revolution, you know? And I'm right in the zeitgeist right now. I'm in the sweet spot.
Now, on top of looking completely lifeless here at this premiere, I want you to look at how he's moving.
Look at his eyes.
And as you watch his robotic, lifeless movements, I want you to also keep in mind what Jim said about being at the zeitgeist of the AI robotic movement. Now, I know Keanu is known for not being the sharpest tool in the shed, but this looks like something different to me.
And at the time, Jimmy and I talking there, and he starts saying, I'm making a tour of Europe, and I hit those backstage.
Look, I've been living in California, LA, pretty much 60 years, born and raised here. And this fire is different, like I said yesterday. Something fishy is going on, like I said yesterday. And if you think that I'm kidding, then answer me this. We got half of LA pretty much on fire, especially all of the expensive areas, Pacific Palisades. You guys know, I don't even have to run through the drill with you. But right now, at this particular moment, down in South Central, where there are no fires, where there are no wind, where there's nothing going on, you got ICE doing checkpoints, conducting checkpoints, looking for people. They're on Figueroa. They're on Adams. They're on Vermont. When does ICE do checkpoints in LA? And it ain't even a Friday or a Saturday night. Usually, it's the sheriffs conducting checkpoints, at least here in California. I don't know about anywhere else. Who does your checkpoints on a Friday or Saturday night looking for drunk drivers? Is it ICE? No, it's not. But we got ICE down here in South Central. Shouldn't all of our resources be up there fighting these fires?
Right.
Knocking some of these fires out? I know y'all not going to tell us whether you think we can handle it or whether you don't know yet. But something, like I said, don't smell right. It really don't. Because you're looking for somebody. You got ICE out. ICE is out at 7 o'clock at night on a Thursday in South Central conducting checkpoints. And you want me to think there ain't nothing up with all these fires? It's just the wind. Just the wind that California has all the time.
The wind?
What? They ain't even got no water flowing through the hydrants. All them hydrants just ain't got no water in them.
What?
We have fires all the time, and they just don't have no water flowing through them. Okay.
That's crazy.
I got you.
Hey, I'm the real Josh B. I live with HIV, syphilis, and herpes. In October 2020, my ex-boyfriend gave me HIV, syphilis, herpes, trichomoniasis, and chlamydia, and then he blocked me.
Wait a minute. Okay. So, that's a lot. That's a lot to take in. First of all, how did this happen? You didn't smell the trick, the chlamydia, or whatever else. How do you not smell that? Anyways, continue.
Ex-boyfriend gave me 5 STDs and then blocked me. So I'm here trying to spread awareness to you. Normalize getting tested and knowing your status and that person that you're sleeping with status. To answer a lot of y'all questions that keep on asking, no, I'm not going to expose him. Why I'm not going to expose him? Because at the end of the day, the most important factor out of everything in regards to my story is you knowing your status and that person that you're sleeping with status, because there are a lot of men and women that will not tell you that they have an STD or STI, or some of them don't even know that they have it. So what's more important, me exposing the person that did this to me, or you knowing your own status? Which I can guarantee you that some of y'all don't. A lot of y'all don't. Majority of y'all don't. Let's normalize our 2025 going to get tested and knowing your status. So you won't.
Like, this is the scariest thing I've ever heard on the entire TikTok. This is ridiculous.
Have a situation like mine. Or somebody know that would give you something and then block you and leave you and go on with their life.
All right, so let's talk about the Los Angeles fires and why they happened. Spoiler alert, the explanation is actually very simple. See, the most important thing that you got to understand is Los Angeles is a very dry place. Meaning, listen closely, the foresty areas and the plant life in Los Angeles have adapted to live in this dry place. Meaning they catch fire very easily. This is why you're always hearing about fires in the Southern California area where Los Angeles is. But hold on, what makes this particular fire that's happening in Los Angeles so bad? Well, the answer is right here in this picture. See, there was a super strong, fast wind that blew through Los Angeles, California. And the faster and stronger the wind is, the faster the fire spreads. You can quite literally see the embers flying over to that, remember, dry plant life. That thing spread like wildfire. Now you see where the saying comes from. Anyway, if you look really closely at this map of Los Angeles, you'll see that the fires are mainly located in the green areas where the foresty areas are. But here's where it starts to get wicked. Remember when I told you there was a super strong wind? Well, that meant firefighters couldn't fly helicopters to dump water on the fire. So the fire started spreading more and more. You have firefighters from all over Los Angeles going over to fight one fire, and then the wind would blow the fire to another area. But those firefighters in that area were helping the firefighters in this area. So they had to go here, there, here, and there. So again, dry plant life, super strong winds, and an inability for helicopters to get to the fires quickly made for a disastrous combination. In fact, this combination is so disastrous, I'm gonna tell you something that might surprise you. Being a person who's lived in Los Angeles their entire lives, I can tell you, nothing has come close to this. Your average person in Los Angeles never sees fires. Remember, big foresty areas, dry plant life is where fires happen. San Francisco, Los Angeles, that little dot right there, San Diego, other major cities, they don't see fires. They're not big foresty areas. There's less of a chance that places will catch fire. But of course, fires do happen in the foresty areas close to big cities, but the wind isn't super strong, so the firefighters fly over, they stop those fires before it gets really bad. So whenever the news says a fire just broke out in California, people in Los Angeles be hearing it like the rest of the world. They be going, oh man, blessings to the people who live in the foresty areas and their families. In fact, when I heard a fire broke out, I said, man, what foresty area is it happening at? I started getting texts talking about blessings to you and your family. I said, why'd he send me that? Because again, Los Angeles' foresty areas caught fire, very strong winds brought them around. Now I keep saying foresty area, but you've probably seen some homes burning down. Well, parts of Los Angeles are intertwined with the foresty areas of Los Angeles. That's why many people lost their homes, sadly, especially the folks over here. This is where some of the wealthiest people in America live. The Pacific Palisades area, Malibu's over here. It's connected over here to Beverly Hills, the Hollywood Hills, some of the wealthiest Americans. Well, their houses are in the hills, in the foresty areas. That's the Hollywood sign right over there, in a foresty area. That's why you keep seeing videos of celebrity houses and rich people's houses being burned down. But to be clear, people of all financial status are mixed in everywhere in LA. It's not just wealthier people that are having to.
You know what? Maybe this was done on purpose. So that way, if literally, if the media is only covering the celebrities' houses being burned down, maybe that's the majority of the houses that are being burned down. And the money that is not being given out for the insurance to the normal people, maybe they're going to use all of that money and give it to the celebrities so they can have bigger and better houses. I don't know. What do you think?
Houses burned. Now, all that being said, big shout out to the people of Los Angeles for making a natural disaster as big as this not feel like a disaster. Seeing people help their neighbor, the city constantly updating citizens about where the fire is, who should evacuate, hearing sirens blare left, right, the firefighters going from fire to fire. Special shout out to the firefighters. And of course to the people that lost their homes. I hope that when things look up for you, because they will, that happens immediately. Prayers up for Los Angeles.
I got my period with my client last night. I don't know what is going on with my body right now, but like I keep getting it more often than not. It was a 3-hour booking and I basically got it like as soon as he put it in. It was like my body was rejecting his.
Girl. See, this is what I mean. And this is that 304 TikTok. Stop it right now. Stop selling your body. You can make money other ways. Like, you're putting yourself in so much danger. You don't even realize it. Seriously.
And like so long. And I get regular tests, so like it can't be that either. I know some of you say like you work too much, but I probably see a client like every other day, unless I'm like on a tour or something. A lot of people in relationships would do it like every day, so I feel like I'm not like exceeding that.
How can you be in a relationship and do this kind of crap?
It's the last 10 minutes anyway. It's not like I'm going to Pound Town for like 3 hours straight. Like if I was doing the back every day and weird stuff was happening there, like yes, I would get that. I would understand it. But yeah, I don't know if anyone else has experienced it. It's just getting...
No.
to the point where it's really frustrating.
What up, guys? Kelvin West 10 TV. Man, trigger warning before we even get started, man. I ain't trying to scare y'all, man, but I mean, it keep on popping up on my...
Y'all need to be scared. And look, listen, this has also been popping up on my feed also. I'm not sure why, but I feel like I just have to spread this awareness because, like I said, this 304 thing is becoming a hype, or, you know, it's getting out of control. And I feel like it's going to influence the younger generation on doing things that are going to be very regretful in their future. And yeah, we need to help spread awareness here.
Timeline, and I decided to look into this, man. These HIV cases in these cities is going up, man. I mean, they up. You know what I'm saying? They're saying some of these cities out here are going to have more cases than some countries in Africa. You know what I'm saying? That's how much they wilding out here. I guess we can go by the ranking. You know what I'm saying? They got Baltimore at number 10. You know what I'm saying? Coming in a strong number 10. They got Jacksonville, Florida, number 9. Columbia, South Carolina, number 8. Baton Rouge, Louisiana at number 7. Memphis, Tennessee at number 6. Orlando at number 5. Jackson, Mississippi at number 4. New Orleans at number 3. Miami at number 2. And Atlanta number 1. Man, look, figure out who you're dealing with, man. Know what kind of lifestyles they living for real. You know what I'm saying? Dig into it, man. And this don't be, you know, these cases, I don't even see how we still dealing with this. And this stuff has been out since the 80s. Everybody know about it. Man, stop it. Knock it off. Some of these men out here, y'all know what kind of lifestyles y'all living. You know what I'm saying? If that's what you choose to do, let that woman know, man. You know what I'm saying? And these dudes, man, I wouldn't even, back in the days when I was out there, I wouldn't even deal with a woman if she was dealing with dudes straight out of prison. I'm sorry, man. Them cases, man, that's all I can say. The numbers don't lie. So my point is, y'all, man, be safe, man. Be safe out there, man, in these streets. Stay ready so you ain't got to get ready. Peace.
Right.
2025 is going to come straight out of a horror movie. This is Baba Vanga, and she's a blind fortune teller, and she has predicted insane events like 9/11 and even Princess Diana's death. She says that in 2025 we will finally meet Alien, and that this will happen during a major sporting event. She also said that we're going to have this huge breakthrough in mind reading, where just through like...
All right, wait a minute, y'all. What is the nearest huge sporting event that's going to happen besides the WWE in, I think, April?
Waves, like brain waves, you will be able to read someone's brain and like their thoughts. He had also predicted that devastating earthquakes were going to be hitting the West Coast, which is crazy because like I don't think earthquakes have happened, but I think the fires in California started in January. She said that this tragedy would be on a really massive scale and affect a lot of people. It also said that scientists are going to discover the secret to immortality, which is crazy because on January 1st, this documentary dropped. I made a video about the guy. He's a billionaire and he uses science to try to live forever and like reverse age. It's really interesting. He said that in 2025, we're going to be able to grow organs in a lab, which I also think could end a lot of like mysterious crimes that ended up being like people harvesting organs. He also said that we may be able to figure out the cure to cancer, but I feel like we would have been able to figure it out by now, but because of the medical industry, they don't want us to figure it out. But that's just me. If you want to see longer videos of mine, come over here.
All right, y'all, that is it for this video. If you enjoyed this video, please let me know in the comments below, and remember, stay safe.